So here we go. First quarter live from VFL Park. At the 1981 Escort Grand Final. A bad bounce. Not a ruckman tapped it out, but it will be a free kick for a centre bounce infringement after that kick came from Sheldon. The kick is going Carlton's way, and it will be taken by Mike Fitzpatrick, I would reckon.
I think it was because somebody went into the centre square, Pete.
Yes, Carlton. Or Big Madden sets himself. Couldn't take it. Folds from centre half back. Back to Fitzpatrick. Merritt's there. One-hander. Great mark. And a 15-metre penalty, possibly. Such is the case, as umpire Cameron. To Bennett. Bennett's at centre field. Not a long kick. Plenty of Carlton players are there. McClure goes for the tap, looking for Dool. Couldn't find him. Hocking trying to go through. That's one of the muddiest parts of VFL Park. Off the carpet, Bruce Dool. Good play. Folds, covering plenty of ground for Essendon. Trying to pick it up. Got a nudge in the back. And has come out of it with the free kick. Real grand final atmosphere here at VFL Park. That part of VFL Park is like a mushroom field. To half forward, McClure, two fists, back towards centre field, taken away by Johnston. Kick not long, up towards the centre field area, and the mark, I think, has been paid to Neil Danaher, who goes for the handball out towards Morrison. Oh, plenty of distance in that kick. Beautiful kick, long. Harms racing for it, so too is English, and plays it like an educated back pocket player would over the line, but it is a free kick, and it will be taken right in the back pocket by English.
And the free kick to go to English down there right against the point post. No score as yet, and the tension's really on. The ball dropping short. That's young Waddell taking the mark. He looks $1 million in those white bootlaces. You won't mistake him tonight for sure. That's a bad pass, and the ball marked there by Fowles, a little short of the centre wing position. Ready to send Essendon back into attack again. Over their centre half forward position. The players set themselves. Knocked down by Hocking. Players can't make any leeway here, and the umpire's going to ball it up about 25 metres out from the Essendon goal. Van der Haar's out there, number 18, playing his first game since the broken jaw. Back it comes to Wayne Harms, and he usually plays a great game. Schultz gets there. Bennett goes down, gets it back to Schultz again. He's grabbed too high, and Schultz will get a free kick, and this fella is just about one of the best kicks in football when it comes to kicking for goal. Got a chance to put the Bombers' first goal on the board. You can see the goals there in the background. A pretty difficult shot, but at least he's on the right side for a right footer. Schultz doesn't miss many. There's the kick, and that's not a bad sort of a shot, but it's 1 point, and we see the score. The first score going to Essendon at the 3.5-minute mark. 1 point to Carlton yet to score.
Essendon made a couple of moves, with Crow going to full back, Clark going to the back pocket. So Muir and Clark are the two short back pockets because of the fact that Carlton have Lenihan and Wells, two smaller forward pocket players, as Hunter takes a great mark.
It was a great mark too, Bob, because that's a very sticky part of the ground. Hunter with the kick, redirecting play around towards the centre wing position. Off the hands of the pack it comes. Glascott taps it on cleverly, looking for Keogh, couldn't find him. Bennett out towards Danaher. Terry Danaher's short pass in towards the centre. Big Madden goes for the hand pass, taken away by Nagel. Merritt back to Nagel. Off he goes. Long kick by that player up towards full forward. McClure in the road.
One behind play, Pete. That's why the umpires have held it up.
And a nice little to-do down there. I was watching the ball. What happened, Bob?
Quite a bit of Justin Madden was one of the players in the thick of things. I think it was Wayne Johnston. But out of it all, it really wasn't beneficial to Essendon because they were going ahead with the ball.
It certainly was right. It was right down in their goal square. Short pass. Fitzpatrick. Dool. Dool's on centre wing. Tries the short one out towards the players' interchange area. Danaher can't take the mark. Johnston interferes, and it's over the boundary line for the throw-in right next to the players' interchange area. Justin Madden and Howell. Look at the height of Madden. Bennett. A real stack-up developing here. Nobody getting much advantage. Johnston having trouble getting it clear of the pack, and the umpire has decided to ball it up on the centre wing position. Well, a typical grand final opening, plenty of mistakes, a fiery opening, behind the play stuff as well, and not too much scoring. Shaw Back towards centre field. He was looking for Schultz. Burdett, though, has got the pace to beat Harms. But Harms gets the better bounce, plays it well. He looks for English in turn. English, well up from the back pocket, will drive Carlton forward for about the first time tonight. And a fine mark brought in by Muir at centre half-back.
Good mark to Muir down there at the centre half-back position. Plenty of tension at the moment. Ball driven around there by Essendon, around towards that wing position, over the head of Sheldon. In comes Harms. Gets a hand pass back. Oh, the fumble that time. Oh, Nagel went in pretty hard. It'll be a free kick to McClure. Got him in the head that time, and a penalty against Nagel, and a 15-metre right up to that wing position. McClure with a long kick out there towards the wing position. Howell's there trying to get the ball. Oh, there's a bump to Muir. Gets a long hand pass out there to Fowler on the wing position. The ball is out of bounds. Out of bounds on the centre wing position on the outer side of the ground. A little bit around towards the Carlton half-forward line. Carlton yet to score. Essendon 1 point. 6.5 minutes into this first quarter. Everybody's having a go there now. No one can make much headway. We see Justin Madden trying to get it out, but the umpire will ball it up. Still on that wing position. Actually, a little bit down towards the Carlton half-forward line. Wells in the thick of things too. Crowd building up again. Round about the 40,000 mark. Madden got it down to Bennett, but he's upended. He can't get out. And once again, we've got a bit of a stalemate here as the umpire will ball it up again. To pluck a free kick out pretty quickly, I would say, because this is certainly slowing up things. Madden got the knockout, not a good one. There we see falling on the ball is Terry Dano. Hurried kick by Bennett back over the head of McClure. Grabbed nicely by Fitzpatrick. A long kick over half forward. And there's McConville. He's got the mark. And he'd be about 55 metres out from goal. This is Carlton's first chance to go deep into attack. He goes for a hand pass over to Keogh. Up it goes towards the full forward zone. Players fly. Flying high was Danaher. Lenehan trying to get through the pack. Umpire giving plenty of latitude at the moment as Danaher runs into Crowe. He goes down there. Crowe goes just about over. Taps the ball out. Finally, it's pushed out wide, and coming in to meet it there was Sheldon. A snap for goal, but it's off target and out of bounds.
It was great play by Sheldon there to take the ball away. He showed explosive pace, really, and forced the ball wide, and it was no fault of Sheldon's that the kick went over the boundary line under a lot of pressure.
Pretty scrambly play, just the same, Bob, at the moment, isn't it?
There's a lot of pressure there, Lou. Both sides are desperate to win. It really is. Well, it is a final, and they're playing it exactly in that manner.
And grand final, real grand final atmosphere here. Once again, a ball up to take place adjacent to the goal square in Carlton's attacking zone. Bennett handing the ball back to umpire Robinson. Both teams regroup, as it were. Crowe gets beaten by Howell. Muir over the boundary line again, and once more a boundary throw-in. No goal kicked as yet, and we've been playing some 8.5 minutes. Only one score, that to Essendon, a point. At the back is Bennett. Kick smothered. Chances for Doull. What's he doing on the forward line? He kicked it like a backman anyway. It's off target and out of bounds on the full, I think. Yes, it is. And so a free kick will go Essendon's way. And it will be taken by Morrison. Muir. He's gone for the hand pass. Looks for Crowe. Oh, he tried to kick it off the ground. Not successful. Gives Muir the chance again to pick the ball up. Gets it back towards Madden. Not well clear of him. Waddell got one on the back. Picks it up again. Over towards Fitzpatrick. Likewise, his kick was smothered. Chance for Johnston at centre half forward. Kick won't make the distance, or will it? It's a goal! Just there! First goal for Carlton. That kick just scraping through. Only would have covered about 30 metres, but it was sufficient to carry the line. And Carlton score first blood. 1 goal, 6 points to Essendon, 1 behind, 1 point.
And watching again on replay, a great piece of play by Waddell to get it across to Fitzpatrick. And Wayne Johnson, as in typical Wayne Johnson manner, I'll call it, he really does know where the goals are. Wobbly off the boot, but straight as a die. But the full marks there to little Waddell, who got that hand pass very quickly out to Fitzpatrick.
Carlton 1 goal, 6 points to Essendon 1 point only. 9.5 minutes into the first quarter. And this is played like a real grand final. A penalty free kick going to Foreman of Essendon at centre field. As for the long kick, trying to get it up there towards Vanderhaar. He's in between two players. Got under that one, couldn't hold it. Going after it now was Burdett. Clever bit of play. Oh, well intercepted by Hockin. Oh, down goes Bennett. Got one too high. But the umpire said dropping the ball. Free kick down there to Hocking in the back pocket for Carlton. Well, it's a real tough game at the moment. Plenty of mistakes, but that is understandable in one of these final matches because there's a lot at stake in this Escort Championship, and a good mark taken there by Hawker. I think the winning side finished up with about 40,000 more than the side that runs second, Bob.
It's not a bad
not a bad prize,
dividend, is it?
There's Wayne Harms. He caught Van der Haar right at the back of the ear that time, but it's out of bounds, about 10 metres around from the Essendon goal. And they haven't scored one yet, only 1 point on the board. Knocked out by Van der Haar. Dill gets a hand pass out there to Lenihan. Lenihan's kick is around there, and another mark to Hawker. Hawker's about 60 metres out from goal on that half-forward line. The kick by Hawker's a long one, looking for Van der Haar again. There's Harms at the back. Down it comes there to Burdett. He couldn't get clear. Finally a hand pass out from English over there to McClure. Back it goes again, and Lanigan gets a kick around towards Waddell, and he and we see going with the ball out there is Shaw, and the ball is finally forced out of bounds. There's the interchange. Coming on now is Simon Madden, and going off is Foreman.
Well, the Essendon skipper coming on, appropriately greeted by Carlton fans. Schultz high towards the forward pocket. Harms goes to punch. Not successful. It's a real scramble out there. Bennett got grabbed. He didn't have the ball. Still playing it in front of him. Now he gets bowled over. Fowler tries to lend assistance. The umpire in the meantime has found a free kick. It's going Carlton's way. And it will be taken, I think, by Wells. No, it's not Wells. It's English. Wells has got it now. Playing in his first grand final. Kick is short. Up towards centre wing. In goes Bosustow. He's got plenty of opposition from 3 Essendon players. A free kick going Essendon's way, though, and it will be taken by Muir, who will drive the Bombers deep into attack up towards left half forward. English at the back tries to mark it one-handed, not having any success there. Van der Haar tries to lend assistance for Essendon, and it will be an Essendon free kick to Van der Haar for holding the ball. The Carlton player on top of it, making no attempt to get rid of it. And Paul Van der Haar, who can kick the ball the proverbial country mile, comes in for the kick. Well, that went off the side of the boot. He really tried for the distance, but not successful. Lenihan ducked his head, caught by Burdett. Free kick Carlton's way, I believe. Lenihan on all fours. He is not too good. He is not too good at all. Umpire Robinson now coming in and talking to Jeff Burdett. I didn't see what happened there, Bob. Did you, by any chance?
The tackle was too high, but we watch on replay now as we see he copped the first one. Well, just as Burdett came in, the initial clash was in the head, and Lenihan quick to play on now. Sees Wells out there wide, but over the top came Van der Haar.
Paul Van der Haar playing his first game for some 6 weeks after a broken jaw, which he received, I believe, at this ground.
It's got to come back, though, Pete.
So a little bit of, well, it would be time on added if it were a normal quarter, but of course the first 2 terms in the Escort Championships are 20 minutes duration only. And once again it goes back to Lenihan. That's a better kick. A lot of distance in that. Knocked to the carpet and taken away by Johnston for the Blues up towards the centre wing position. Muir tries to get it out to a teammate, but knocks it towards a pack of players. Umpire Cameron has decided to ball it up as the best means of making some progress, and we'll see a ball up to take place at the point of the square.
Well, it's about, let's see, about 70 metres out from the Essendon goal. And they haven't scored one yet. Knocked out by Fitzpatrick. The ball driven up there by Wells over the half-forward line. No one can take the mark. Oh, there's danger for you as we see Shaw tap the ball out now. A hand pass coming out here to Crow. A little bit of a sidestep. The boot ball kicked off the side of the boot. Coming out to meet it now is McClure. Schultz is there, but McClure plays it safe. And the ball is finally forced out of bounds. Out of bounds about 30 metres around from the Essendon goal. They're 1 point to Carlton, 1 goal, 6 points. Well, it started off in typical finals fashion. Plenty of mistakes as Marcoux threads his way through the pack beautifully. Kicks the ball back out there, looking there for Howell, and Howell's got a one-hander. Umpires are paying it. Good mark that time to Howell. Oh, bad hand pass. It's Jonker. I can't understand that why they didn't go for a kick, particularly down there in defence, because he would have landed it over the half-forward line. His father wouldn't be too pleased with that bit of play, old Chuka Howell himself. Justin Madden and Howell. Howell got that one down, a hand pass, coming back there, and finally the ball kicked up very high by Fowles. It could be a punch out by Dill, but Bennett's there too. The Dill plants on the ball. Can't get clear. Finally a hand pass coming out there to Glasgow. Oop. Madden goes in pretty hard. They all lost sight. They all have a look at each other then, Peter.
The ball
I don't blame them either. It can be a bit dark out there when you see a few of those big fellas running at you, even though the lights are fantastic out here. That's going after it now as Hunter got a rabbit chop that time, I thought, from Merritt. But the umpire will ball it up. Plenty of pressure and plenty of thrills and spills at the moment in this grand final of the 1981 Escort Championship. 15.5 minutes gone. Carlton 1 goal, 6 points to Essendon 1 point.
A wild kick out of the pack comes up towards the point of the square. Dool, Harms, has to get around Van der Haar, and that's not easy to do, and he's lost it. Ball still in front of him. Taps it out to Waddell. That was just about a throw, but English takes it. Short to Sheldon. Oh, that was a lucky one because it was barely 10 metres. Looking for Howe. Terry Danaher is right there with him. Crow comes in to lend assistance. In the back, free kick to Howe. Howe at centre half forward. McConville. Not well clear. Glass got the chance if he can gather the ball. In the back, say the fans. Sock it off the carpet by Bazasto. Goal!
That was an amazing goal, Bob.
Unbelievable, really. You know, Jack's very, what is it, good ordinary player. Certainly has a habit of doing something exciting.
Oh, it is.
On replay again, we see Terry Danaher high, punches the ball away. Could possibly have been a free kick to Glascott, but again in typical Stanley Matthews fashion, Basasto very quick, and you've really got to admire the way that Basasto thinks. He's really as quick as well as a whips.
So it's 2 straight goals to Carlton, to Essendon 1 behind, 1 point. And the Blues starting to get on top now in the first quarter of the Escort Championships. Knocked down. Over towards Fowler, but a free kick is going Carlton's way. Hunter, the recipient. Hunter at centre field, decides to play on. Plenty of distance in that kick, looking for McConville again. It's a 3-on-1 situation though, as McConville breaks clear. That could be another goal. It's bouncing 5 metres out. Won't quite make it. In comes Muir. And picks it up just on the line, shoots out the pass, and the mark taken by Watson.
Well, Watson down there in the back pocket goes for a short one. It's a dangerous one. The ball tapped down by Wells. Farley out the duel. He gets a hurried kick up there towards the full forward position. Shot across by Muir. Out wide. Coming out to meet it on his own now is Shaw, but going out to meet him is Hocking. But Hocking goes for him. But umpire still called play on. Down goes Shaw, and the umpire set a push in the back. A hand pass to Watson. That didn't do much good at all. Back to Shaw again out there on the wing position. A hurried kick back over there, but nearly a mark to the big fella Fitzpatrick. A hurried kick out there by Marcoux. Coming in to meet it again as Watson, who started off very quietly, but coming into the game now. Over to Burdett. He's down, picked up by Keogh. A hand pass to Waddell, and Marcoux ran into each other, but finally Marcoux gets the kick back there to Bazasto, and look at him go around the wing. He's knocked down the ball on the boundary line, and it's finally out of bounds. It could be a deliberate one, but no. Umpire said it'll be a throw-in from that half-forward line for Carlton, about 70 metres around from their goal. They're 2 goals, 12 points to Weston, yet to score a goal, 1 point. There we see Bennett coming into it. A hand pass over to Danaher. It's a long one back there to Nagel. It doesn't bounce right for him. There we see Glascott falling on top of the ball. Foles got a nasty one on top of the head from Johnson. He'll take a free kick just about at centre field.
That was as plain as the nose on your face, and Gary Foles to take this free kick just short of centre field now. Essendon badly needing a goal with the first quarter and the last few minutes thereof. Into the open spaces. Out comes McClure. Picks it up as if it were a dry day. The hand pass is long and effective to Marcoux. Marcoux in that mud patch there. Merritt to Madden. Long kick by the Essendon skipper. Fitzpatrick underneath it. Goes for the big fist. That's effective. Watson. Caught well by English. But umpire Peter Cameron right on the spot. Holding the ball. Couldn't be any other decision at all. And English to take the free kick with 45 seconds of the quarter remaining. He'll go wide towards the member stand side. Glascott and Foles. Oh, off the carpet. Play on. Good decision. Well umpired. Hunter. Short pass down towards the Carlton half-forward line. They're going for their 3rd goal of the term. Out it comes to Sheldon from McConville. Sheldon could score from there. The kick is long in towards the 10-metre square, but it's all Essendon. Crow does the backing up, but it will be a free kick or a mark to Neil Danaher. Out towards Shaw. Shaw's in the back pocket. Will clear it for Essendon. They'll go out of the first term goalless. Nagel and Waddell. Over the boundary line for a throw-in, just on siren time. We'll go any tick at the clock now before this huge crowd here at VFL Park for the Escort Championships Grand Final of 1981. Will it be a repetition of last year with a controversial finish? We'll know later, but there's the siren for the end of the first quarter with Carlton starting the better. 2 goals straight, 12 points. Essendon 1 behind, 1 point.
But the crowd certainly built up. I wouldn't be surprised this is well over 40,000 now, Pete.
It'll be very interesting to get an estimation later on. Second quarter, the bounce, 11 points the difference. Actually knocked down by Sheldon, so he's had the first touch in both the first and second quarter. However, we still can't get it out of the centre circle, and once again the umpire will decide to ball it up.
Bahaja out there for Essendon.
He started on the bench, and this will be a real old-fashioned ball up, as it used to be in the 60s and early 70s. Bahaja, there he is. By that I meant the centre line wasn't in vogue then, nor the centre square. Free kick to Carlton to be taken by one of their goal kickers of the first quarter, Bazusto. Beautiful kick by Bazusto, looking down there for McConville, who's got the pace. Out comes Wells, goal coming up. Well, McConville had the pace to break clear. Wells picked it up and put it through for a magnificent start to Carlton in the second quarter.
Well, there's no doubting there just the value of the long kick. Watching again on replay, we see Bazusto go back, and he does have the aid of the breeze. It's probably a 2-goal wind out there tonight, and McConville doing a good piece of shepherding to make it a little bit harder for Muir to get past, and Wells a nice goal. 70 seconds into the second quarter, back into the centre. Carlton doing it well so far, looking for their first night premiership. Remember, they were runners up to Hawthorn in 1977, knocked down by Justin Madden. Bennett, Johnston. Johnston's kick is short, out towards the point of the square. Can Carlton get another one? Oh, that was a pretty heavy collision. Wells went down rather solidly, and umpire Cameron has decided to ball it up.
Well, Carlton have got 3 straight kicks for goal, 18 points on the board, and the Bombers are yet to score a goal. Only 1 point to their credit. Knocked out by Madden again. There's Bazusto trying to get through the pack. It's finally tapped on by Shaw, kicked off the ground by Harms, and the umpire said kicking danger, and the free kick will go to Fowler. I don't know what else Wayne Harms could have done that time, Bob.
No, I wouldn't have paid it personally, but well, it is in the rules. I think it's got to be dangerous, in my opinion.
OK, we see Bennett trying to get the ball out to Merritt. He's down, a push in the back, and a chance now for the Bombers to go deep into attack. And they certainly need a goal at the moment if they're going to win this premiership tonight. Big crowd here, and they're really on their toes. Flying high as Fitzpatrick nearly grabbed that, pushed out by Simon Madden. And there we see going down. The umpire's going to ball it up. It's Watson in the thick of things there, and the umpire's going to ball it up about 20 metres out from the Essendon goal. It'll be English coming in here, and also Fitzpatrick and Madden. Madden got the ball down. It's the Carlton defence picked up by Bahaja. A hurried kick towards the goal, but he's off target, and it's out of bounds right against the point post. So there's a chance now for Essendon to score again from this throw-in, if they're good enough. But this Carlton defence is standing up pretty well at the moment. Madden and Fitzpatrick. Finally, Fitzpatrick got it down to Marcoux. A hand pass coming over there to Hocking at full back, out there towards the half-back line. Coming out to meet it now as Whitnell gets away from Clark very easily. Goes for a pass across to centre field. Oh, nearly a mark to Neil Danaher. He's upended. The umpire still called play on as he tries to get a hand pass out. And finally, the umpire's going to ball it up towards the edge of the square, down towards the Carlton half-forward line.
From the VFL Park office, the estimation of the crowd at the moment, some 42,000. From here, it certainly looks a lot bigger. Johnston to Watson. Waddell is there, can't pick it up. Oh, Johnson nearly got it clear of the pack. Watson can't. It's very scrambly there at the moment. Eventually out to Gary Folds. He'd be probably Essendon's leading kick getter at the moment. Down towards Madden, who flies high. Has he got it? Or English?
English.
2 number 27s vying for it. Over to McClure. Marcoux, just inside the boundary line. Kicks it when he was out of bounds. That's an interesting one. Now, he played on when he was out of bounds.
I reckon he kicked it out of bounds when he was out there.
Watson over towards Shaw, who drops it when tackled. In comes Marcoux, and the free kick going to Howe. Howe is at right half back. Long kick again. Carlton going for the long kicking, and that usually works here at VFL Park. Knocked away by Neil Danaher. Bahaja. Back towards Hocking. Another long kick from the Carlton ruckman down towards the forward pocket, but it's out of bounds on the full in one of the mud heaps down there, and it'll be a free kick to Max Crowe to be taken in the back pocket. Crowe playing on. Looking for Van der Haar. over the boundary line, and we'll see a throw-in to take place at right half forward for the Bombers.
The Essendon forward line, Peter's all over the place. I'm not certain where Van der Haar is playing at the moment, but he's right down there by the throw-in on the half-back line.
Whichever way things go, Carlton defence rug on top. Keogh, mark taken by Neil Clark. Clark in that mud heap there again, gets plenty of distance with his kick. Fitzpatrick with the punch, actually knocked it away from Harms, who collides with Bahajar. It's scooped out eventually towards Van der Haar. Van der Haar's kick is short. English getting underneath it, and he's doing a great job for Carlton down there in the back pocket and repelling many Essendon forward thrusts. English from the right half-back flank. Kicks the ball backwards at Kane, that centre wing. From the back, Justin Madden, 3 juggles. Is it a mark? Yes, it is, says the umpire. Certainly deserved that. Shaw, tackled by Waddell, into the open. Bahajar, just wide of the centre circle. He's added bite to the Essendon small brigade at the moment as Justin Madden goes for the long boot downfield. Fitzpatrick misjudging the flight of the ball, knocked away by Simon Madden. Van der Haar overrunning it. Taking a little bit of time to adjust, Van der Haar, after coming back. There's English again, as I said before, doing a great job for Carlton. Johnston marking right on the point of the square, looking for a 15-metre penalty, but that really was an Academy Award job. And the umpire right on the spot. Johnston, right half forward flank, a long way from goal, not a long kick, in towards centre half forward. The mark missed down there, a chance for Whitnell. Off the carpet it comes. McConville playing for the free kick, not getting it. Bennett diving on top of the ball, and well umpired again. The free kick going Essendon's way to be taken by Shaw.
Shaw down there in the back pocket. Drops a bit short, that kick, and a chance for Hawker to mark at half back. A little bit doubtful, that free kick, Pete. Quite a few of the people thought it was the other way around then, but still the umpire's much closer than we are. Van der Haar going for the punch on. It's a good one. Going after it is Fowler and Dool. Fowler got there first, but Dool outmanoeuvres him, gets a hand pass back to Harms. He fumbles the ball. Back it goes to Waddell. Another hand pass to Hocking, and Carlton looking pretty good at the moment. Punched away by Neil Danaher. Grabbed by Bahajar at centre half back. His kick is out there towards Van der Haar again, and Watson flies, and a great mark. Real strength as Keogh tries to hang on. It's a bad kick. In goes Madden. That's Justin Madden. Couldn't hold the mark. Good play there to Nagel from Van der Haar. Essendon showing a bit of brute strength as we see Fowler drive it up there towards the full forward position. But that Carlton defence is standing up well at the moment as McClure gets the ball out wide. Coming out to meet it, soccer style as Wells over the half forward line for Carlton. Neil Danaher fumbles the ball in goal. McConville just missed him. So we still see Danaher taking the ball out wide, looking there for Foles and Nagel. Neither get the ball at the moment. Foles is grabbed as he tries to get clear, and the umpire said he was grabbed by the leg that time by Sheldon, and it'll be a free kick to Foles out there at half back.
Sheldon was trying to get the ball, but there was no doubt that he grabbed Foles by the foot.
Well, this is desperation football by both sides at the moment, but Carlton looking a little better. They got 3 goals, 18 points on the board, with the Bombers yet to score a goal, 1 point. As we see the ball taken down there by Merritt over the half forward line. Watson in front, punched away with that Carlton defence over to Van der Haar. Hurried hand pass. In goes Watson again, showing or trying to get brute strength. That's a long hand pass, but that's that Carlton defence backing up again. Out there to Harms, and finally out to Glasgow. Couldn't take the mark. In down goes Foles and Bazusto. But it's Glasgow coming out of the pack with the ball and driving it back there, looking for Howell, but it drops short and a mark to Danaher. That's Neil Danaher out there on that half-back line.
Now he's starting to come into his own too. Here's Shaw, and Shaw is at the centre wing position. Essendon still to score a goal. Big pack of players there. McClure over to Waddell. Carlton go forward again. Sheldon. Whitnell. Back to Sheldon. Looking for Marku. A little bit too long for him, but Marku's got the pace to still gather this one in. Well shepherded by McConville. Steadies and shoots for goal, but he's off target. No, it's gone through. Oh, great goal. Carlton go further ahead. 4 goals straight. And that was a superb piece of shepherding by McConville to give Alex Marku the chance to shoot for goal. It looked as though it was off target, but it came back in and made it by about half a metre.
Yes, that was really created there by Carlton's skipper, Fitzpatrick, who burst through the pack, tapped it over to Waddell, and then Sheldon in the thick of a couple of handballs, got it down, and from now we'll see where Danaher is after Marku. Good shepherding, a good grace pleat of shepherding, and a very, very good goal under real pressure by Marku.
9.5 minutes have gone in the second quarter. Carlton getting on top of the Bombers at the moment. Out comes Nagel. He's been fairly quiet so far and has been well held. English underneath it. Madden! That's what Essendon fans love to see. Nagel. Bombers could answer this very quickly. Nagel into Watson. Dool is there. Watson, play on. Van der Haar in the 10-metre square and has put it through for one point.
Gully missed it. That was brilliant play on the part of Watson. He appealed for the mark and the umpire called play on, Bob.
Watch
but
on
he didn't. You watch
now,
on
Lou.
replay. This is quick thinking. You watch.
Dool definitely brought the ball down, but it was great play and, well, a remarkable miss. And one that Essendon really need, but then luck's not with you. That's what happens.
Well, there's Dool taking the mark. Watson grabbing a hold of him. Could be a 15-metre penalty, but the umpire not having a bar of that. Of course, Dool's got the job of minding Watson, a difficult one too, because you've got to keep your job going all the time. There's nearly a free kick to Sheldon against Fowler, no doubt about it. The umpire spotted it. So Carlton doing very well at the moment. 4 goals straight, 24 points to Essendon, 2 points only. Approaching the 11-minute mark of this second quarter. Punched on again by Essendon's Danaher to the boundary line. There's Bazasto going after, but he couldn't get it this time. He already kicked a miraculous goal from the angle off the ground, Stanley Matthews style. He'd been very proud of it. Or Georgie Best, anyone you'd like to name. Actually, it was more like Pele. Ball knocked out again. Coming back there to Wells. Hooks the ball back there towards the full forward position. And there's a good mark in defence by Crow in front of McConville. He's in midway between fullback and centre half-back. It's a shocking kick. Back it goes to Terry Danaher. Goes for a short pass out wide to Nagel. Nagel's got the grab out there on the wing position, ready to send them deep into attack. Looking there for Madden. Madden gives a bit of a bump. There's Harms flying over the pack. Look at those 3 Carlton defenders. They're overwhelming. Oh, he got one, then he couldn't get clear. Now's a chance for Schultz, but he backed into trouble, and the umpire said holding the ball. And the free kick to go to Wayne Harms, and they're certainly tackling pretty hard, that defence, Peter.
Magnificent tackling from Carlton. Harms, plenty of distance in that kick. Justin Madden in the front, Shaw at the back, couldn't complete the grab. Johnston, he looks perhaps the best of the Carlton forwards at the moment. He's playing well at half forward, push in the back. Muir with the free at centre half-back, tries the short pass. The lead is effective, made by Nagel, coming into his own in the second quarter. And that would be good news for Essendon, but the Carlton half-back line is rock-like at the moment. Led superbly by Harms, Madden and McClure. Madden on the bottom, tries to get it out to a teammate. Hocking is there. Past Fowler. Sheldon. Well smothered by Bahaja, but he's still got the ball. Shoots it in short, looking for Wells. Can't do it one-handed. Taken away by Terry Danaher. His kick dropping short in towards the centre circle. Dool is there. It's a 3-1 situation. No marks as the umpire. Dool plays on. That's effective. Waddell on centre wing. Plenty of class about this young player too. Playing in his first grand final. And the mark at centre half back by Neil Danaher. Well, the Essendon defence working overtime at the moment, and their forward line well suppressed. Watson, who's rucked over come half forward, but covering plenty of ground, as he usually does. Watson looking for a lead at half forward. He's found Madden, one of them, or both of them. Simon's in front, couldn't mark it. Out of the packet comes again. Bahaja looking for Fowler. Oh, couldn't take, or Foreman it was, rather. Umpire Peter Cameron has decided to ball it up on the point of the square. This is about where Essendon break down across that half-forward line, with the Carlton defenders doing a superb job at the moment. They've all got their Essendon opponents well and truly covered. Knocked down by Fitzpatrick, actually, on that occasion. Nagel. Handball to Madden. Madden in turn, over towards half-forward. The lead, or the kick taken by Hawker. Van der Haar, great mark. Well, he'll be very keen, Lou, to see if he can make amends for that one he missed in the goal square a few minutes back.
I'd reckon, Peter. He's gone for a short pass. It's okay. And there's a chance now for the Bombers to really go into attack. Right on the boundary line. And it's Timmy Watson with the ball. Got away from Dool. Dool's got the job of tagging him, as we mentioned before. A very difficult job indeed, because not only is he an elusive player, he's so strong.
Nagel off, Schultz on.
That's a surprise.
That's a surprise, because Nagel coming good. Oh, that's a shocking kick by Watson. Right across there, punched away by Hunter. Back it goes to Fowles. A snap shot for goal, but it doesn't make the distance. Look at all those Carlton defenders there. Not a Essendon forward within Cooey. That's a bad kick by Harms. Coming into meet it by Schultz. Schultz with a hand pass back there towards Fowler. Schultz again trying to get through the pack. But that Carlton defence is pushing him aside as Fowler gets a hand pass. But he's grabbed back to Bahaja, back to Schultz again. The ball down there. Once again, it's 3 Carlton defenders. And it's McClure getting a long hand pass. Out there to Glasgow. They're playing well over the top of them. Another long one. Out there to Sheldon on his own on that half-back line. And Carlton playing all over the top of them. A hand pass back to Glasgow. Another long one back out there to McConville on that half-forward line, or just about the half-forward line. The kick down there towards the forward pocket. Coming into meters, Bazasto. He couldn't hold the mark and the ball is out of bounds. So we're at the 15-minute mark. It's Carlton 4 goals, 24 to Essendon 2 points only. And the Bombers still yet to score a goal in this grand final of the Escort Championship, the 1981. And of course, it's coming to you live through Channel 7.
Nagel back on the ground already. Lou Merritt off.
I couldn't understand why he was taken off. A hand pass by Terry Danaher over to Schultz at centre half back. He drives the ball back there towards Watson and Dool. It's Watson trying to force it through the pack, and now he's clear. And look at Timmy Watson go. He gives a hand pass out there and a running shot by Foreman to the goals. Will he make the distance? Vanderhaar goes for the mark, but Hunter's got him covered. And that is wonderful defence on the part of Carlton at the moment.
Well, Carlton's defence is superb. That's out of bounds on the full, though. If we can put that down as an error, that's one of the few that they've made so far in the match. And the free kick going Essendon's way. Hawker. Madden. Almost a mark. Not quite. Well, he's paid it. He's paid it. What did you think, Bob?
I'd like to see it on replay because I wouldn't have paid it just from watching that. We watch it again on replay now. We get our chance. No, not for mine.
Well, it was for the umpire. So Madden with a chance to bring up his first goal, and therefore Essendon's. In total, we've had 36.5 minutes of play. Essendon still to score a goal. Simon Madden, forward pocket. Looks okay. Essendon's first. Coming up at the 16.5-minute mark of the second term. Scores, Carlton, 4 straight, 24, Essendon, 1-2, 8 points.
The full marks, I think, must go to Timmy Watson for this last 15 minutes of play. He's been a wonderful inspiration for Essendon, and although he hasn't actually kicked the goal, I'm sure that he was the player that was directly responsible for getting that ball up there and putting a lot of pressure on the Carlton defence. Watson's endeavours have been absolutely magnificent in this last 15 minutes.
24 plays 8 in the Escort Grand Final. Knocked down by Justin Madden. Play on, says the umpire. Picked up by Terry Danaher. Long handball out towards the wing position. Schultz, the man he was looking for, can't pick it up. Into the glue pot it goes, and umpire Peter Cameron has decided to ball it up. He certainly won't be able to bounce it there.
Pretty heavy, Pete.
Pretty heavy. He could get lost in that mud. Sheldon has the chance. Nearly tripped on some mud that time, and I'm not being funny. Marku over the boundary line. In fact, that seemed to come off his boot. It could have almost been on the full, but it will be a throw-in. Right on the centre wing position. Howell, Justin Madden, Hawker, Schultz. Schultz to half forward. Hunter. Carlton defence still well on top, but that kick only covers about 25 metres. Max Crowe with the punch from behind. Can't get it to a teammate. Spinning out of the pack well. Ball booted further downfield. Off the hands again. Marku couldn't do much about that.
Might have been a little fortunate not to be penalised then.
Yes, could have been out of bounds on that centre wing position just over the 18-minute mark of the second quarter. Knocked on by Fitzpatrick. Diving on the ball there is Bennett. The umpire said he was grabbed a bit high. Must have good eyesight, and Bennett will take the free kick on the centre wing position. Bennett's kick is across to centre half forward. Looking there for Simon Madden. Couldn't hold the mark. Taken off the pack by Whitnell over Carlton's half forward line. Punched away by Crowe. As a go now for Marku to get clear. He's grabbed by Bahaja. Still gets his kick back there towards Howe. He gets one along the ground. Going after is Terry Danaher. He gets time to get up again. He tries to get a hand pass. In goes Sheldon, also Clark. They're both having a wrestling match there, and the umpire's going to ball it up at centre half forward for Carlton. Carlton 4 goals, 24 points to Essendon 1 goal, 8 points. 19 minutes gone of this second quarter. Well, it's a ding-dong struggle at the moment. Schultz fumbles one. That's Bennett going through the pack. He couldn't pick it up. Schultz again. And players falling over left and right there, and the umpire's going to ball it up at that centre half forward position for Carlton.
Essendon looking a lot steadier at the moment.
Yeah, they've settled down a bit, and I must go along with you, Bob, too. Watson's been very good the latter part of this quarter. Whitnell trying to get through the pack. He's stopped there by big Justin Madden. The umpire's going to ball it up on the edge of the square again. We're at the 19.5-minute mark. The siren just about due to go for the end of this second quarter. It's been a ding-dong struggle. And the Bombers not out of it by a mile yet, as we see Shaw try to get that one. Whitnell's there too. It's a stack up again. And, of course, that's about 4 in a row we've had. Certainly making the game pretty entertaining. He throws it up this time as Fitzpatrick and Madden go. But Fitzpatrick got the tap down to Wells. He's grabbed. He goes down. The umpire said holding the ball. And at least we're going to get it away from that centre-half forward position for Carlton. There's the siren to end the second quarter of the Escort Championship Grand Final of 1981. And we see Carlton 4 goals, 24 points to Essendon 1 goal to 8 points.
Carlton 4 goals straight, 24, leading Essendon 1-8. The Escort Grand Final for 1980. Bahaja's kick down towards Trevor Keogh, who couldn't complete the mark. Got a push in the back. I perhaps thought from an own teammate. However, the umpire says it was a free kick, and they're a lot closer than we are. Mark taken down there by Terry Danaher, just short of the centre. Essendon only 1 goal up to half-time. Danaher's kick towards right half forward, looking down there for Foreman. He couldn't take the mark. Handball shot out into the open spaces. Essendon move forward again through Gary Folds. Folds' kick well towards full forward, looking for Simon Madden. Bahaja roves well. Watson picks it up, 25 metres out from goal, could score. Shoots at goal and has put it through for 1 behind. So a bad miss by Watson, but he was under plenty of pressure from the Carlton defence, who have been magnificent up until this stage of the match. So 9 points to 24, a difference of 15 points now. And Essendon well and truly in contention if they can get a couple of goals on the board.
Well, they've started off very well again, Bob. As we said, they were going pretty well towards the end of that second quarter.
Well, I feel Essendon really only have to kick 1 goal, and it'll be a big lift to their game. McClure taking a heck of a chance there, but fortunately it came off.
Well, a mark to Marku, a little short of the centre-half back position, and it was a gutsy one too. There's not much of him as he kicks the ball out there looking for Howe, but it's not a good kick, and a mark to Merritt. Merritt's got the job of playing in the first ruck. Justin Madden on the interchange bench. He'll be looking there for Simon Madden, McClure at the back, and there's Vanderhaar flying. Couldn't hold the mark. Pushed on again by Fowler, but finally picked up by Harms. Driven back there towards centre-half forward. A chance now for Foles to get it back into play. He was their best kick getter in the first half. Ball drops short, coming out to meet it as Inglis overruns the ball. Oh, beautiful pick up by Hawker. A hand pass out to Bahaja. He tries to crash through the pack. He's collared and well tackled by Marku. And a free kick to Bahaja, and Vanderhaar not too happy about that. But there was no doubt about the decision. And it's holding the ball, and that's the second kick within about 30 seconds to Marku. Ball drops short. Flying high is Vanderhaar. Watson's grab. Umpire still called play, as we see Dill come in to pick the ball up. That's Watson's tag as the ball is shot back there towards the wing position. McConville couldn't hold the mark. There's a go now for Crow. Bork. But his hand pass not a good one. He's got time to pick it up and clear the ball back over that centre-half forward position.
With a long kick by Crow, but there has been an infringement detected back on the centre wing position, says umpire Peter Cameron, running back to where it will take place, or the free kick that is. It's going Essendon's way, is it?
No, Carlton.
It's going the other way. He's trying to pick up the player that's going to take it. There's
McConville, Pete.
I think he might have been pushed in the back going for that boundary line.
Well, that's where he's taking the free kick, right on the boundary line. Peter McConville, Carlton utility player. Marku again. Oh, gee, he's covering a bit of ground. He was on the back line a moment ago. Tries a short pass. Bizasto has to attempt it one-handed. The chances for Burdett, who scoops it over the boundary line. Free kick delivered out of bounds. Maybe a little bit harsh. Free kick going to Johnston. Johnston right on the boundary line when he will kick. He's outside it now, as you can see. Quite an acute angle. Gets the ball into the 10-metre square. Wells snaps for goal, and the mark taken right in the back pocket down there for Essendon by who's that? Shaw it is, to be sure.
He's not too sure he's going to kick it. I'll tell you that now.
In about 3 or 4 minds. Goes wide towards the outer side. Sheldon. Glascott. Short pass to Wells, and Wells marks directly in front of goal. Wells has already kicked one. That was from the goal square at the other end of the ground. And Greg Wells will be very keen to convert here and bring up Carlton's 5th. In he comes from 25 metres out. Goal umpire moves across marginally. One behind. A bad miss by Wells. And so that takes the Carlton total to 4 goals, 1. 25. They're first behind Essendon, 1-3-9.
16 points the difference. And we wait now for the ball to come back into play. Very good crowd here tonight, round about the 42,000 mark, and it's pretty chilly. They're certainly showing their interest in this match because they're voicing their opinion pretty strongly, particularly when we see some exciting play. It's been a tough game, Bob, without being an outstanding match because I think the conditions haven't helped much, but I think it's normal for a final match to be as tense and, let's say, as scrambly as it is too.
Yes, even in the September.
Well, there might be a football raffle in one of the nearby hotels maybe tomorrow or whenever, because we're using a new ball now. That one was taken by somebody in the crowd. Neil Clark booting it back to the goal square because it will be a kick-off from full-back, repeating the score 25-9 in favour of Carlton.
And it's Shaw driving it out there towards Crow, but getting out of the ball that time was Howe to take a good mark out there at half-forward. Kick out there towards Bazasto, going straight for the line. It's too long and the ball is out of bounds. There'll be a throw in about 40 metres around from the Carlton goal.
And the one thing games like that we've had with the Escort series, players like Howell have improved out of sight, Lou.
Yes, there's no doubt about that. Hocking will be another one for Carlton too. And Glascott. That's Merritt and Howell having a go. Actually, Merritt got it down to Crow. It's a hurried kick back there towards Hawker. And there's a good mark to Waddell. But Collingwood will crook on losing this kid. He's got a lot of style about him. And he balks. He comes back now. He gets a hand pass back to Glascott. Glascott's got plenty of time. There's a bit of a box on down there. I think Bazasto's in that, isn't he? And finally the ball's knocked down there to Sheldon. They're really having a go here. No, it'll be McConville and Burdett having a bit of a dash.
A couple going on.
Yes. All having a talk, and of course this is pretty serious.
There was an Essendon player about to run into where the fight was going on, and somebody grabbed him around the head. He went straight to the deck.
Well, there's going to be a ball up there, or it's going to be a free kick. Let's see what happens here now. It'll be a ball up on that half-forward line about 35 metres out from the Carlton goal. They're 25 points to Essendon 9 points, approaching the 7-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. This is the Escort Championship Grand Final of 1981. And of course, wherever you are in Australia, we certainly hope that you're enjoying this direct telecast through Channel 7. Ball knocked out by Merritt. Oh, there's nearly a free kick. It'll be a free kick to Carlton's Glasgow out there at half-forward. Well, the Bombers not settling down at the moment, making quite a few mistakes. We see Glasgow drive the ball up there looking for Howe. The flying high was Bazasto, cleared away that time by Clark. Back out there towards the wing position, punched out by Glasgow again. A chance for Fitzpatrick. In goes Nagel, down goes Fitzpatrick. Falls on top of him again, and the umpire will ball it up at centre half forward for Carlton, about 55 to 60 metres out from their goal.
Well, if Essendon are going to make any impression on this deficit that they face at the moment, they want to do it quickly. Knocked down by Merritt. Bahaja high towards the centre. He got skittled after he got rid of the ball. It'll be a free kick downfield, and Schultz will be the recipient. He decides to play on directly. Long handball out towards right half forward. In comes Foreman. Former Footscray player looking for Merritt. 2-on-1 situation. The Essendon skipper not being able to complete the mark. Out of bounds by English. Deliberate. Fans pick that up. Free kick to Fowler. Hit the post. So another point to the Bombers to take them to 1-3, or is it 1-4? 1-4, 10 points. Here it is again in replay.
Well, he's a fair way away from the boundary line to say it's deliberately knocked out, Bob,
yes,
even though it may look that way.
To be consistent, it had to be a free kick.
15 points the difference. Marcoux.
Playing well, Pete.
Playing well and covering a lot of ground. Looks for Howell. Howell and Crow. And Howell making beautiful position to take that mark just inside the boundary line. Marcoux again. Short pass to Sheldon. Sheldon's on the point of the square. Carlton right half forward. He thought about giving it back to Marcoux, but instead goes for the short pass downfield to Whitnell. It's a poor one and goes over the line in front of the trainer's bunker.
I think we spoke at half-time and said how direct Carlton had been. Now they're going the other way.
Well, that can prove, or could prove, to be their undoing. We saw on these statistics Essendon having many more possessions, but Carlton, of course, in front on the scoreboard. Shaw. Glasgow underneath it. Whitnell comes in. Muir trying to go through. Eventually picked up by Van der Haar, whose high kick only covers about 30 metres. At the back of the pack is Bruce Doull. But in the meantime, an infringement has been detected. It will be going to Carlton. The free kick to be taken by Wells. Wells on the centre wing position, outer side of the ground. In he comes for the kick. Former Melbourne star, Wells to half forward, knocked away by Crow. Bahaja going in, doing battle with Bazasto. Bahaja in plenty of trouble. Spins out beautifully. Well played, Tony Bahaja. Back and turn, directing play towards centre field. Doull at the back of the pack. Takes a beautiful mark. But it's a free kick to Essendon. Bob Skilton, what for?
Paying the front man the mark there. We watch again on replay, and there's no doubt that Neil Danaher had first possession of that ball.
Well, Doull thought he had it. Carlton fans did too. Schultz grabbed, but grabbed by the leg. Play on. Foreman. Superb blind turn from Foreman. Gets out of trouble. The kick is short. Madden and McClure. Madden in front. Scoops it out the Fowler. Here's a chance for Essendon. Hawker making position. So too Van der Haar. Van der Haar shoots it. Goal! Off target. One behind. Essendon 1-5, Carlton 4-1.
14 points the difference, and we're at the 10.5-minute mark of this third quarter. And of course, the Bombers looked pretty dangerous there. It was a bit of bad luck that Van der Haar just couldn't get his balance proper to kick that one straight. So it's McClure bringing the ball back into play again. In front is Hunter, punched away by Hawker. There's a go now as the ball is kicked up there by Merritt's not coming around enough. It'll be out of bounds on the full, and a penalty free kick to go to McClure down there in the back pocket. The goal umpire losing his hat. No score for that.
Essendon doing far more of the attacking though, Lou.
Yes, and looking good, but this can't score that badly needed goal. One goal could make that. Oh, there's a free kick against him for holding the ball. They're going to say it's a throw-in. A very close one that time. A very close one indeed. And Carlton's McClure could say he was very lucky to get away with that. There it is in replay now. Oh, golly, that was a close one, Peter. Ball back into play again. Wells grabs it on the boundary line. The kick is back there to Hawker. He's grabbed. He goes down. Umpire says play on as we see a hand pass coming out from English. And finally, it's Keogh taking the ball back there towards that half-forward line. And a good mark there to Howe.
He's doing well, Lou.
He's played well, and Carlton's, their little men are doing still very well indeed. We see Mark Keogh. He's had a great third quarter hand pass to Keogh. Over it goes to Wells. He's grabbed, but he gets clear. Nearly lost his strides that time, but finally it comes back to Bazasto, trying to claim the mark, and the umpire's paying it. Bazasto out there on that wing position, ready to send Carlton deep into attack. It'll be a 15-metre penalty, and this will bring him right down to the half-forward line. Ball up there towards the mark. McConville flying. He's got the mark. My golly, this is plenty of thrills and spills in this game as we see McConville going for his first goal from about 25 to 30 metres out. They're 14 points in front at the moment as we approach the 12.5-minute mark of this third quarter. The kick. What is the result? It's a goal, no doubt about that. Well, that was a great goal from McConville, and also a very strong one.
Well, again, great play by the Carlton defence. The tackle against Hawker made him lose possession of the ball, and then a chain of hand passes with Keogh in the middle of things. Brilliant teamwork to bring it from one end of the ground to the other. I know it was a very lucky bit of play maybe when Greg Wells' kick went straight into the arms of Bazasto, but nonetheless Bazasto was good enough to take the mark and come out of it on top. But the Carlton defence have to take full marks for the way they have held, and although we see Marku now, who's been a good player in the first half, and in this third quarter Marku has been absolutely brilliant.
Another 15-metre penalty to Marku, which will bring him up almost to within scoring distance. He's already kicked one goal. Short pass over the head of Bazasto, out of bounds. So boundary throw in. Merritt and Howell. Merritt got it down. Crow tried to back into the pack. Burdett out to Watson. Johnston. Ball up, says umpire Cameron. Nobody making any headway there at all.
Not the easiest thing to get boot to ball down there, is it?
No, there's not much room. Again, a ball up. Merritt.
14 minutes gone of this third quarter. 5-1-31 Carlton to Essendon. 1 goal, 5-11 points.
So 20 points the difference. Out to Neil Danaher, marking in front of Dool. Playing on Foreman. Foreman on centre wing. Tries the balk. Gets offloaded by Marku. Ball sails downfield. Madden again having to beat two opponents. Bahajar picks up the crumbs well. Gives it over to the skipper. The skipper into the goal square. An ill-directed one to Hunter. Hunter goes wide towards the boundary line and has almost... No, it hasn't gone out on the full. It bounces about a metre inside it. And the throw in front of the small scoreboard.
Well, Simon Madden did say last week they had our night at Escort. He had trouble with the light speed.
Yeah, I don't know what he must have gone colourblind there for a minute.
I think he tried to give it a hawk in that pocket there, Bob. But he didn't sight it too well.
No, you can say that again.
He was only about 90 yards off target.
Fitzpatrick and Madden. I think Fitzpatrick wears contact lenses too, so they're a good pair. But Fitzpatrick won that one to Wells. Wells' kick around the boundary line. Keogh in front. Over goes Muir, picked up by Nagel. Nagel played well in the second term, but that was his only moment of glory. English at the right half-back flank. Goes across the ground. Short pass, looking for Harms. A pretty safe man to give it to as a rule. Harms doesn't let him down. Harms from centre half-back gets his kick in. To centre wing, off the hands of Howell. Muir's there for Essendon. Drives it back to half-forward again. Van der Haar! Oh, got one on the ankle. I don't think any major damage done. He seems to be okay. He's going to go back and take his kick anyway as the Essendon trainers come out. Van der Haar hasn't scored a goal tonight. It would be a brave man to suggest that he'd score from there with a crook ankle. However, stranger things have happened. It's a beautiful kick distance-wise, but sailing off target and going through to get another behind to Essendon to take their total now to 1 goal, 6, 12 points. Carlton 5-1-31.
And we're at the 16-minute mark of this third quarter. There we see the ball marked there by Fitzpatrick. Down there in the back pocket. It gives it back to McClure. They certainly haven't made any difference there in distance. A hand pass back there to English, but they're playing with plenty of confidence. This Carlton defence as the ball goes out there towards Hunter, and that's a mark and a half. What a mark by Hunter. By golly, he's a good player. What a player they've picked up when they got him from Western Australia. The ball finally tapped on there by Crow, and it's out of bounds. Up towards Carlton's half-forward. I think it could be a free kick to Crow for a push in the back. Well, the Bombers have been into attack for quite some time, but still can't score a goal as we see a mark taken there by Timmy Watson. 17 minutes gone. Whoop. Watson tried to play on, and finally good play by Carlton. We see Howell get the ball back up there towards that half-forward line. Waddell tries to crash out of the pack, and the umpire said it's holding the ball against him. A penalty free kick to go to Clark down there. But the Bombers badly need a goal at the moment as it goes out there to Big Merritt, takes the mark. He's upended by Fitzpatrick, but got plenty of time to go back for his kick. A hand pass coming over to Terry Danaher at centre field. Gives a long kick down there, looking for Van der Haar again, but they're outmanoeuvring. There's a good mark to Hocking. And no doubt about it, this Carlton defence standing up well at the moment. That's a beautiful pass to Fitzpatrick. And there's a bit of a crash there with the umpires having a bit of a wrestle there. Cully, it's happening all over the ground at the moment. Marku, who's been the star of this third quarter, hand pass. Oh, bad one. Grabbed by Crow, but there's plenty of Carlton players there as Sheldon goes for a pass. And he's found Wells down there in the forward pocket, and Wells has already kicked 1 goal. He'd only be about 25 to 30 metres out from goal. There's a bit of a lead going on there, but the umpire not worried about that one. They were falling over left and right behind play. We're waiting now for Wells to have his shot. Doesn't quite make the distance. Ball punched on by Crow, and it's finally forced through for 1 point. So Carlton move on to 5 goals, 2-32. To Essendon 1 goal, 6, 12 points at the 18.5-minute mark of this third quarter.
Well, still only 20 points the difference, even though Essendon have only got 1 goal. Sharp at the back on the field. Free kick to Folds. And Gary Folds in the back pocket for Essendon to take the free. Going around the member stand side, looking for Neil Danaher. Dool was in the road. He's got no one to give it to, but he's come out of it with a free kick to Crow. Gets around Keogh okay. Down towards that mud patch. Hunter was there, misjudged the flight of the ball. Fowler offloaded as he kicks. Knocked away by Harms again, this time over the boundary line. And we'll see it thrown into play. Official attendance tonight, by the way, 42,269, and gate takings $73,900. So a magnificent finale to the 1981 Escort Championships. Van der Haar doing the ruck work, looking for Bahaja, but two Carlton players beat him to it. Eventually the handball coming out to Foreman, but it will be a ball up. I would venture to suggest that you have to throw it up there. It's very muddy down there. Maybe umpire Robinson can find a firm piece of ground. He can't. Fitzpatrick to Sharp. Sharking at his folds. Folds in towards full forward, looking for Madden. Two grabs, couldn't complete them. Or was that a trip? Essendon players or fans thinking that it might have been. It's a real stack-up developing down there. Schultz out of the pack, shoots at goal. He's always dangerous doing that. In towards full forward, Simon Madden and Fitzpatrick. Neither claim or paid the mark. And umpire Peter Cameron has decided to ball it up right on the edge of the goal square.
I agree with your call there, Pete. I thought it might have been a free kick to Essendon.
Well, they haven't had too much luck so far in the forward line. Marks all free kicks. Knocked down by Van der Haar. Snapshot the goal by Fowler. Goal! The Bombers come back into it. Fowler's first goal. Essendon to 2-6. Carlton 5-2. 18 plays 32.
Well, that might be the goal they needed, Bob, because they've been struggling to get one under pressure like that.
Yes, they've only needed that little bit to give them the lift. They've actually edged 2 points closer since half-time. 20 and a half minutes have gone by, and that 2 points with that goal would make a vital difference to the confidence of the whole Essendon side.
Essendon kicking their second goal, 2-6 to 5-2, 18 plays 32 in the Escort final. 14 points the difference. And there'll be a ball up down towards Carlton centre-half forward position. Actually, it's between centre-half forward and centre field. Well, the Bombers, 14 points down. They've got plenty of time if they're good enough. Ball knocked out by Merritt. It's a hefty knockout. Going after is Glaskett and Neil Danaher. Danaher goes down. Glaskett's into his back. And the umpire's going to ball it up again on the edge of the square, out towards the wing position. 2 goals, 6-18 Essendon to Carlton, 5-2, 32. 21 and a half minutes gone of this third quarter. In comes the big fella Merritt, knocked out by Fitzpatrick, and he's battled pretty well tonight for Carlton in the ruck. Umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Essendon. The ball finally coming out here now as we see it driven up there by Nagel over the centre-half forward. It's a long kick and a good mark there to McClure. McClure down there in defence, gets the ball out wide, and that's a good mark to Hawker, so they're ready to go back into attack again, Carlton. Essendon, I should say. He's hooked the ball across. Plenty of Essendon players out the back of the puck is Schultz. English can't pick it. There was a goal coming up again. Oh, he's missed it. Oh, what a shot by Foreman. Had the chance of a lifetime. He could have sat back for 5 minutes because there was no one within Cooey. There he goes again, as you see him in action.
Watch on replay as the loose ball comes out. Schultz and English get a bad bounce, and well, it could have been lack of talking there. I couldn't quite see who the Essendon player was right alongside him, but Foreman should have been told that he had plenty of time. Well, there's the ball out there on that wing position. We see Howell going down. The ball finally pushed on again. Finally, it's out there and driven up there by Hawker to centre-half forward. Bazusto's down there in defence too, and he's got the ball on that half-back line. A hand pass to Sheldon, and Sheldon drives the ball back out there towards Wells at centre-half forward. Can't pick it up. He goes for the kick along the ground. They were all piling on top of him was Crow, but finally the ball back there to Waddell. Waddell back there to Wells, drives the ball up towards Marcoux. Coming out there is Clark going after it. He gets the knockdown, kicks it off the ground, and goes straight for the boundary line. The ball is out of bounds. 23 minutes gone of the third quarter. Carlton 5-2, 32 to Essendon 2-7, 19. A difference of 13 points in favour of Carlton. Very low-scoring game, and even though Essendon have only scored 2 goals at this stage in the match, they're well in it. Johnston snapshot for goal, hit the post. That one really curled around. I thought it was going to miss by a fair margin, but not so. So it's 5-3 to 2-7, 19 to 33. Ball back into play towards the member stand side. Muir getting underneath it. Likewise Danaher, and Neil Danaher taking the mark in front of Gould. Borks successfully. Van der Haar taking the mark. And it's going back. 15-metre penalty.
Then it comes again. So we have take two. Hunter at the back. English, one of Carlton's best. Shaw at centre field. Can't gain control of the ball. Flattens Glasgow in the process of so doing. Out to Nagel. Hit him on the head. Waddell. Oh, got offloaded by Shaw. Well, straight arm tackle. Glasgow. Down towards full forward. Terry Danaher in the row. Maharja calling for it on the members' stand side. And doesn't let them down. Taking it in front of Bruce Dool. Maharja a short pass. Oh, it's a dangerous one. Looking for Hawker. Hawker wins out. Again short. Folds in front of Sharp. And Sharp's not letting him go. Fans wanting a 15-metre penalty.
Starting to look dangerous now, Essendon, Peter.
They still can't get the goals on the board, though, can they, Lou?
No.
McClure from the back. Skipping over Wells. Watson racing into goal. Shoots. And has put it through. Well, what an opportune comment. Listen to the crowd. Listen to that crowd. Carlton 5-3, Essendon 3-7.
Well, going back to what we said in that second term, if ever you need a player to give a lift, what more could anyone do than Timmy Watson did then? Like, he actually jumped over the top of a couple of players. You don't see any more exciting players than Timmy Watson, particularly with the type of thing that he did then, and to see him finish it off. As we watch on replay now, Timmy Watson actually jumping over a teammate, then with an explosive pace that he has, even under pressure, able to put it through. A great goal by Timmy Watson, one that should lift the whole Essendon side.
There's Burdett trying to break out of the pack. Back it goes. Oh, there's nearly a free kick to Fowler. Or is it Muir? It's Muir to take that free kick down there at centre half back. They've got their confidence going now, Essendon, as we see Clark springing out of the pack. That was magnificent play by Watson before. Back over the head of Schultz. Backing up well as Dool. Finally gets a kick up there towards the half-forward line. Coming out to meet it is Howe. And he's got the mark. 8 points the difference. And we're at the 26-minute mark. Down it goes. Sharp goes down. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Foles. And everything seems to be falling the Bombers' way at the moment, Bobby.
Yes, Carlton making some, well, foolish errors. That handball there of Howell's just not on.
Out it goes again. Tapped down. There he goes. And we see Nagel pounce on the ball. A long shot for goal. And stopped right on the line by McClure. Great defensive play by Mark McClure. So it's 7 points the difference. 3 goals, 8-26 Essendon. To Carlton 5-3-33. And there it is in replay again. A long kick for goal.
McClure about 5 metres out. Not even 5, 2 metres really. Touches it through.
And what a game we've got on our hands at the moment. This live telecast coming through the 7 network. 7 points the difference. The 1981 grand final. A good mark taken out there. Oh, look. It's Simon Madden having a bit of a wrestle out there. With Fitzpatrick, he cages there, goes for a hand pass. Over to Burdett, it's too long. In goes Sheldon, goes Sheldon. A hand pass to Hawker, back there to Danaher. The ball driven up there towards the full forward. Because it's the mark to Foreman. Foreman's got the mark. And of course, if he's accurate this time, it'll make it a point the difference. Oh, what a game this has turned out to be. We've got another quarter to go yet. Well, as we said before, we felt that the Bombers were starting to come good just before half-time. The kick by Foreman. Oh, he's missed it. So it's one straight kick the difference now. 3 goals, 9-27 Essendon. To Carlton, 5 goals, 3-33.
And that umpire having a couple of, well, a little bit of trouble with his hat. But Wayne Foreman has missed 2 relatively simple chances that he should have converted. It's out of bounds without being touched. That's a free to Carlton. Or Essendon, rather.
Carlton obviously worried about the marking of Wes Lofts and David Parker. And look a little worried.
You can say that again.
The amount of times that the McClure has gone short.
Snapshot for goal by Foreman. This time, what's he done? Point again. Well, Wayne Foreman having plenty of opportunities and has kicked 3 behind so far in the match. And all of them, I would reckon, within about 25 to 30 metres. 5 points the difference. And of course, Paul van der Haar has also missed a couple of easy ones. And McClure this time, kicking it clear of hand and foot to Harms. Harms is in the back pocket. Well, they can make hard work of this. Johnston. Van der Haar folds in the glue pot. Tackled by Sharp and Hunter on the shoulder. So Wayne Hart, rather...
Well, when you're hot, you're hot, and when you're not, you're not. Things are falling their way at the moment, Robert.
How they ever.
Hawker short pass in towards full forward. Mahaja pouncing on the crumbs. Bazasto gets it out. Fowler in the forward pocket. Has a shot at goal and has put it through. Great shot by Fowler. And the Escort Grand Final swings Essendon's way. The Bombers hit the front for the first time by a point.
What a wonderful piece of play by Essendon there. The whole Essendon team have lifted their handball. They're running on. In fact, early in the game, Carlton's pressure was worrying Essendon, but Carlton was starting to look a little bit tired with the real hard tackling not quite there as it was in the early pieces.
Just on 30 minutes gone of this third quarter, a point the difference. This time it's in favour of the Bombers.
Gould with the one-hander. Looks for a pass. Waddell takes it well. Carlton will have to reply to that. Keogh, a little bit slow, but it goes to Wells. Wells now in turn driving Carlton up towards full forward. Got a mark? Yes, it is. Watson playing on. And taken by Schultz. Schultz right at the centre of the ground. Not wasting any time either. Oh, Essendon player got flattened behind the play by Fitzpatrick. The call is play on from the umpires. McClure out from the goal square. Long handball. There's the siren for three-quarter time. Very hard to hear. Now I can understand how the umpires didn't hear it last year. 4:10:34. Essendon to Carlton 5:3:33. The final quarter now of the Escort Grand Final for season 1981. It's a point the difference. Hocking tries to get the first tap out, but it goes eventually towards Nagel. Nagel wide towards the outer side. Hunter. Down it comes towards Foreman. Foreman over to Schultz. Schultz in turn to Folds. Folds from right half forward flank has a flying shot up towards full forward. Van der Haar and Madden fly. Snapshot for goal by Watson. Goal! That's his second. Essendon go further ahead. Well, Essendon finishing on well. Kicking 3-8 in the third quarter to Carlton's 1-3. Here it is in replay.
Well, great piece of teamwork. Foreman to Schultz to Folds. The loose ball down. And you couldn't ask for much more than what Watson has done since quarter time. He was very quiet in the first quarter, but he certainly made up for it with a wonderful example.
Well, there's no doubt about it. He's a match winner and a great player, and of course one of the most exciting players we've seen for many years. 7 points the difference now in favour of the Bombers, and they're off to a great start in this last quarter, the 1981 Grand Final of the Escort Championship. Ball knocked out again to Sharp. Sharp kicked back there off the top of the pack as they go now for Clark. A hand pass out to Crow, and the Bombers have got their pecker up now as they go back into attack. Coming across is English and Hunter, and a good mark there in defence. Well, they're 7 points down, but they're not out of it yet. Out it goes to Waddell out there on his own on the wing position. A little bit hesitant there. Gives a hand pass back to Sharp. Oh, he's lost it. And they're losing a bit of confidence. We see the ball knocked out by Schultz. Finally picked up by Fowles. And he's been a very good player for the Bombers. The ball hits the deck now. Burdett's grabbed by Dool, and the umpire's going to ball it up out there towards the edge of the square. Just on 2 minutes gone. 5:3:33 Carlton, trailing Essendon 5:10:40. Still plenty of time for either side for this game to really swing about a bit. You wouldn't have given 2 bob for Essendon about halfway through the first or second quarter, but they've come right back into this in that third quarter. The ball down there to Crow now. He's grabbed by Howe. Coming out to meet it is Burdett. Burdett at half back gets a hand pass back there to Danaher. He goes down, and finally it's picked up by Muir to take away from the danger zone for Essendon.
Well, speaking of danger, Essendon looking very dangerous at the moment. Mark taken down there by Hunter. Hunter at left half back for Carlton, getting it back towards their half forward line now. Wells at the back. Gets around Bahajar. Greg Wells short towards the forward pocket. Terry Danaher came out. Couldn't complete the mark. Howe. Handball is okay. Johnston fires at goals from a long way out, but has put it out of bounds on the full. And the free kick going Essendon's way in the back pocket. Shaw to take the free. He'll be right next to the point post. And will, of course, have to go around the outer side. Kicking over the mark. Plenty of distance at his kick. 15-metre penalty against Peter Bazasto. So not much going right for Carlton at the moment, with the difference being 7 points. 5-10 to 5-3. Carlton looked much better side at half-time, but Essendon have done everything right since then. A chain of hand passes. Eventually on the end is Neil Clark. Clark around the boundary line, up towards half-back. Harms trying to do it for Carlton. Pushes his opponent in the back. That's Wayne Foreman. And Foreman to take the free kick. Umpire indicating where the mark should be. And that's where Foreman will take the kick from. He's gone for the handball. Over to Clark. Back to Foreman. He nearly tripped himself in that mud. It's very deep down there. To the centre wing. And taking it over as Grant Fowler in the middle of the players' interchange area. That's where the throw-in will take place from. The difference still being 7 points. Official crowd tonight, 42,269. Escort Grand Final on the 7 network and associated stations throughout Australia as the ball hits the deck again, picked up by Bahajar. He's gone for a short one down towards Madden. Madden comes out and marks! Superb grab from the Essendon skipper. What a great player he is. To Watson, the danger man. Long kick by Watson in towards the 10-metre square. Behind, almost a mark to Essendon. Not paid by the umpire. And it will be a ball up. 15 metres out from goal. The ball up to take place. Madden and Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to English. It's on the shoulder. A free kick to Fitzpatrick. He's gone for the long handball. Looking for Whitnell. Van der Haar nearly picks him up, but the kick out of the danger zone towards the boundary line at the centre wing position. Racing forward is Watson. Getting there first is Sheldon. Sheldon having a quiet quarter in the third. Crow. The big hands of Max Crow go up and take it in front of Howe.
5 minutes gone of the last quarter. Still the Bombers 7 points in front of 15-metre penalty against Howe. This brings him right down to the wing position just about. Kicked by Crowers up there towards centre half forward. Fitzpatrick in front. They both miss it. Madden couldn't get it either. Back there to Hawker. Well intercepted that time by Hawking. Not a good hand pass, but picked up nicely by Waddell. A long hand pass back to the centre of the ground. Oh, there's Wells. He was stripped. Finally gets a hand pass back to Harms. He can't get clear. He goes after it again. Umpire's going to be a little bit sympathetic there and give him the free kick for holding the man. So he's over the centre line. In between centre field and centre half forward for Carlton. Goes for the long kick. Looking there for McConville. Also Sheldon's there, but there's a good mark in defence by Muir. Well, they've certainly got their confidence back since half-time, Essendon, and they're 7 points in front at the moment. Short pass. It's okay to mark there to Fowler. Tries to get around Waddell. He's successful as the ball comes back there to Glaskett and Nagel. And the umpire's going to ball it up, or a throw up there on that half-forward, then about 55 metres out from the Carlton goal. Carlton the 5-3-33 to Western 5-10-40. 7 points the difference in favour of the Bombers. Back it goes there to Crow. Not a very good kick. It's back to Glaskett now, and he sends the Carlton side back into attack. Looking there for Sheldon. Goes for the punch, but too many Bombers at the moment. Picked up by Muir. Well backed up that time by Terry Danaher. Out wide towards Schultz and Hunter. Hunter's got the sit on him, and he shows a lot of courage. He tries to get clear. He's grabbed by Schultz. Back it goes to Fultz on the boundary line, and Foles is trying to get clear, and the ball is out of bounds. And we're at the 6.5 minute mark of this last quarter.
A vital piece of play this next 5 or 10 minutes, because I feel if Essendon kick the next goal, they will really shatter the confidence of Carlton. Since just before half-time, Essendon have really held sway in general play.
5 goals, 10 to 5 goals, 3. A low-scoring game. Only 7 points the difference. Carlton must get the next one to stay in contention. McClure. In front is Shaw. Knocked away by Bosusto. Bosusto a short one. Out wide, looking for Sheldon. Sheldon taps it further forward for Carlton, trying for the pick-up. Now he's got it. Tackled by Muir. Has to virtually throw the ball clear and has been penalised for that. Free kick going Essendon's way to be taken by Muir. Muir into the goal square. Neil Clark, the recipient of the handball. Clark goes wide towards the outer side. Johnston knocks it to the deck. Gets there first. Howell in for the backup. Out it comes towards Watson and Clark. Burdett. Clark. Oh, Essendon player got dropped. The umpire's seen it, but play on is the call now. Bahajar will do just that on the centre wing position. A little budgie going for a short one. Folds, one of Essendon's best. Long kick from Folds. Hawker on the run. Over towards Danaher. He can go from there, and he's done it. Neil Danaher's first goal. Essendon fans are deliriously happy here at the moment. 5-3 to 6-10.
Well, I think that could be the vital piece of play, to go from one end to the other in that manner that they did. At the time that you said that an Essendon player went down, Pete, Scott Howe got one behind the plate too, and he's only just left the hands of the trainers, so there are no big pardons out there at all.
It's 13 points the difference, 6-10 to 5-3.
And we're approaching the 9-minute mark. Things are starting to look good for the Bombers. Bahajar on the bottom of the pack. He tries to crash through again. Intercepted by Glasgow. Back over to Whitnell. A chance for Carlton to score if they're good enough. Down there towards McConville. He's got the mark. He's up. He fires and it's a goal. Yes, so it's still back there and fighting Carlton. 2 goals to McConville. 6 goals, 10-46 Essendon. To Carlton, 6 goals, 3-39. Still 7 points, and the Blues in there fighting. We see this in replay again.
Good play by Glasgow to get the ball out to Whitnell. McConville almost slipping, but able to regain his footing, and you can't answer much quicker than that.
Well, we can't beat these last 2 grand finals of the Escort Championship. They've been real umdingers, haven't they, really?
And that's Carlton's first score for this quarter.
Well, OK, the Blues still in there, only 7 points down. Back it comes there to Hocking. Hocking gets the tap then. Oh, well intercepted by Merritt. The ball back over that half-forward line. There's a go for Simon Madden. He gets away for Fitzpatrick. A left foot shot for goal. And a mark taken here by Foreman. Of course, he's missed 3 easy ones. When do we get this one? One on the edge of the square, only about 5 metres out.
Well,
They'll fry him in a deep fry him in oil tonight if he misses this one, because they're only 7 points in front. There's still plenty of time to go as we approach the 10.5-minute mark of this last quarter.
He's receiving plenty of advice.
There he comes in now, Foreman. He didn't mess about with that one. It's right through the middle.
Well, just shows how remarkable football is. So hard to kick goals in that first half, and yet late in the last quarter, when players are tired and everything, we have 3 goals in 2 minutes.
Well, they're 13 points the difference now, and of course, if the way it's been going since half-time, you wouldn't give the Blues much of a chance, but because they even struggled to get that last goal. They've been messing about since half-time, really, to score, haven't they?
Yes, in general play, you really could not see Carlton doing enough to kick more than that 2 goals, one that's necessary. But, well, with the players like Basusto and such up on the forward line, one never knows. But Essendon are really being first at the ball, and their play-on, run-on handball game, they look fitter than Carlton.
They do, and of course this has been the pattern of their play over the last 8 or 9 weeks, the way they finish on towards the end of the game.
Snapshot for goal for Carlton by McConville, is out of bounds on the full. And a free kick to go to Neil Clark there in the back pocket. 52 to 39 in favour of Essendon, who look as though they're going to go on and take out their first night premiership, but there's plenty of time for Carlton to get up yet, with 3 goals being kicked in the last 2.5 minutes of play. Fitzpatrick with the big fist. Crow, long handball. Oh, it didn't bounce too well for Jeff Burdett, but he tapped it on. Waddell tackling for Carlton. A real stack-up developing out there, and the umpire has decided on a ball up.
Gee, I tell you, he's played well for Essendon tonight. Number 10 fouls, hasn't he?
Played well,
My
yes.
God, he's been going all night.
Control that wing.
Ball up, almost on the wing. Knocked down by Fitzpatrick. It's in the back, though. Free kick to be taken for Essendon by Big Merritt. Bahajar. He's at right half-back, looking for Vanderhaar. Vanderhaar with the one hand to Watson. It's OK. Essendon fans roar as Watson moves forward, gives it to Nagel. Their 2 most popular players. Watson again calls for it near the goal square, shoots it goal off target, out of bounds. Well, Carlton fans and players and coaches breathe easier. McClure with the free in the back pocket. Madden standing on the mark. McClure to come round the member stand side. Keeps it close to the boundary line. Dool and Foreman. At the back is English. Oh, Dool trying to juggle it. Neil Danaher. Tackled by Waddell, but too late. Into Watson. They descend on him. Out to English. Whoa, here's a short kick. Nagel. Nagel thinking of the handball. Couldn't see any players moving past. And he goes back for the kick. Into the goal square. It's all Carlton, and the mark taken down there by Hunter. Sharp. Haven't seen much of him tonight. Started on the bench, of course. A short pass, looking for Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to Glascott. Caught with the ball. Free kick. Essendon now tackling the better. Carlton started off with some superb tackling. Neil Danaher's kick down towards full forward. Is that a Carlton mark to English? The umpire says no. A play on call sees him take the kick around to Waddell, and Waddell marks it right half back. Carlton looking a little slow. Essendon finishing the better of the two sides. Crow, centre wing to Merritt. Knock on by Van der Haar, out the foul. Was good football. Nagel again, now coming into his own. Nagel puts it high for the big mark. And the big mark, unfortunately for Essendon, taken by Harms at centre half back.
Good mark to Harms at the 14.5-minute mark. 39 points Carlton to Essendon 52. They're trailing by 13 points. Carlton badly needing a goal. We see the ball picked up by Howe from Bazusto down there towards McConville and Terry Danaher. The ball beats them both. It's going for